guys, thank you very much for joining us. Up first, we've got offensive coordinator Tony Elliott. Go ahead with questions whenever you guys are ready. Questions for Coach Elliott. Are you guys able to hear us?
Tony, hey, Larry Williams here. What can you hear me?
I can't hear you right now. A little bit louder, please.
Can you hear me?
I got you now. That's
Hey,
better.
what went into the decision to play DJ and to play him for as much as he did, just given his knee issues, I guess?
So DJ obviously was in a position to where he could function and play, practice all week. Definitely wanted to continue to allow him to, build his rhythm and his confidence. So that was the thought process there. And then you saw we had Tyson in there early, working a little bit of our two quarterback package. Well, he banged up his shoulder, so obviously, the plan was to play Tyson a little bit more, but he banged up his shoulder, so we didn't have him available. And that's why DJ played more than we may have liked to in that situation. But I thought that he battled through his struggles today. I thought the wideouts could have helped him a little bit by catching a couple balls. But I was proud of how he finished. I thought DJ finished the the first half well, and then he started the second half well, and then we started subbing, and then overall just offensively, it got kind of choppy.
Do you think that his inaccuracy, maybe the part of that is his not being able to sort of plant on that?
It's hard to tell. Only DJ will know what it feels like. We'll watch the film, try to evaluate it. I know each day that he rehabs is going to get better. But the biggest thing for him is just, he's our guy. Even though he was struggling too, man. Coach showed some confidence there to say, hey, man, we want you to play through it until we didn't have Tyson available.
Hey, Tony, this is Anna with Clemson 24/7. I know you're down some running backs and offensive linemen, but I guess just the rushing output today probably isn't what you wanted.
It wasn't what I was expecting. Give credit to UConn. They did a good job, had a good plan. They had a couple weeks to prepare. They tried to stop our prominent runs, the inside zone. Tried to get some outside stuff. And then we also had some beside plays, some read plays. But when your quarterback's not quite as mobile, you saw when Tyson got in there, we were able to get to some of that stuff, which put some stress on the defense. But overall, I want to watch the tape and kind of see what happened. Just weren't consistent enough. And then in the passing game, with their structure, that 8-man structure, they're going to have, support defenders there. But they play a lot of soft coverage, a lot of one high. So you saw us throw the ball, attack the soft spots in the zone. We just didn't execute and throw and catch the way we needed to early on. And then obviously just it was hard to because of the inconsistency. It was just hard to get a rhythm, and I think that affected the run game to a certain extent. But more so, I thought they did a good job. But I want to see what actually happened.
Hey, Tony, it's David Hood with TigerNet.
Yes, sir.
Obviously a lot of injuries along that offensive line. Does it concern you though that UConn not what you would call a really good defensive line, that there were times you just felt like you couldn't move them off the ball? Does that concern you at all?
I no, because I've seen our guys do it. I've seen them do it, and we've actually been consistent. The last several games, running the football against some quality opponents. Again, Putnam wasn't in there. You still had J Mac. You still had Walker Parks in there, and obviously a couple younger backs. Renshaw was in there, hasn't played. I thought there were a couple of cuts that we needed to make. I thought there were a couple of calls up front that we didn't properly get communicated, which resulted in a couple of unblocked guys. So not overly concerned. Hopefully we'll get Putnam back next week. Kind of get back to our core guys and go to work on a plan for Wake Forest.
Tony, this is Larry, and I guess the hits just keep coming with Justin Ross out. How tough is that to have that another one of those, and then Tyson too, I guess.
Yeah, it was like I said last week, we come into it every week, and the way the season's been, we know adversity's coming. We don't know what it's going to be, but Jay Ross goes down. So then now you're trying to flip guys around. You're trying to play EJ, into the boundary. You're flipping Bo around. Obviously there's some details and nuances of each of the positions when you lose Ross. So there were a couple of situations in the RPO game where we didn't make the right read at receiver. Therefore, the quarterback standing there holding the ball. So it's something for us to continue to challenge these guys to make sure that they fully understand multiple positions, because you never know when the adversity is going to hit. Stage goes down for a little bit. At tight end. So it was just it was kind of one after another. But at the end of the day, you knew UConn's not going to stop playing. The game's not going to be over. Whoever we put in the game, they got to make sure that they play to the standard. And that was the message in the locker room, that we got to play a lot of guys on offense, and we didn't execute to the standard. And so the guys got to make sure they take ownership of it. We'll be able to coach a lot more guys. I think of a guy like Troy Stellato, not saying that he did anything wrong, but just thinking about him, he hasn't played much. This would be a great opportunity for Coach Grish to be able to coach him, because again, he's one play away from having to be the guy that goes in there and help us win.
Tony, with Justin and Tyson, do you know how long you'll be without those guys?
I don't. Tyson, all I was told was just banged up his shoulder. And then Ross, he was in the locker room, seemed like he was in good spirits. I asked him, what he thought. He said, hey, I think I'm going to be all right, but he didn't know yet.
Tony, this is Grace from The Athletic. Just given DJ's struggles, would Tyson have finished out that first half had he been available?
I think there was some conversation to kind of, just take some pressure off of DJ. We're not throwing and catching the way we need to. And then, Tyson definitely came in there and gave us a spark. So there would have been a lot more opportunity for Tyson had he been available in the first half, but then also too in the second half as we started to let guys play.
And then I guess it's just a quick follow-up. Did you guys consider Hunter Helms at all in the first half?
In the first half, Hunter Helms going 100, no, man.
Tony, with the passing game in the first half, just why do you feel like, I think it was 8 straight misses at one time. It just seemed like DJ got out of his rhythm. Is there anything you could see that point to that was going wrong?
In game it's hard. I know Streeter's having those conversations with DJ down on the sideline. I'm up in the box trying to figure out how we can, from a play call standpoint, how we can kind of mellow that out, figure out what are some of the easy throws. A lot of it was just balls where when he put the ball there, we dropped it, and then when the guys were able to work themselves open, we overthrew it. And then there were several times too where we ran some boots and nakeds, and they did a good job of reading and reacting, covering us. So we had to throw the ball away too. So that accounts for some of your misses as well.
Hey, Tony, it's Anna again. How difficult is it to get into a rhythm when so many of your third downs seem like they're 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9, just a lot more than 3rd and 5?
Definitely, especially there in the first half. It seemed like every third down was 3rd and 9 or longer. And it's tough, but really that's a function of a first down. When you start doing your quality control, your indicator for those is in the 30%. You're not going to reasonably expect to convert more than 30%, 35% of your 3rd and long calls. So it's tough at times, but just got to battle through it. And I thought the guys found a way, even though we didn't have a great day. 3rd down, we were able to move the ball. Man, I thought we had some long drives. We converted on 4th down. I think we were 4 or 5 on 4th down, with the one that we didn't get being the fumble in the end zone. So for us right now, that's a big point of emphasis. Is just trying to understand the importance of red zone touchdowns, and then also staying on the field on 3rd down. But the guys battled. One thing that we're continuing to see with this team is they're finding a way to win, regardless of who the opponent is right now. Regardless of what the adversity is. And so for that, if we can continue to foster that and go back to work and reset that mindset on Monday to the biggest game of the year, put together a good plan for our guys for Wake Forest with our guys, and then, make sure that the guys understand what they're playing for, with an opportunity to send our seniors out victorious at home.
Anything else for Coach Elliott?
Yeah, Tony, is there any concern just with the struggles in the first half? I mean, I know you guys felt like you were building momentum coming off of Louisville, that just mentally or anything need to play really well next week? Is there any concern about those guys?
No concern. No concern. Just an opportunity for us to make sure that we reset the focus. Get some guys back ready to go. Challenge the guys from a leadership standpoint. Great learning opportunity. But the guys have, what the guys have shown this year is that they respond. They rebound. So we won't make it bigger than something bigger than what it really is. But they'll understand, what's at stake, what they're playing for. But again, that goes back to every game. We try to prepare to a standard. And unfortunately, we didn't play to that standard today. So we'll learn from it. We'll dissect it. We'll learn from it. We'll take accountability, ownership, go to work at correcting it, and then set our eyes on Wake Forest.
Take one more for Coach Elliott. Okay, hearing none. Thank you very much, Coach.
All right, thank y'all.